Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. These guys here in the United States of America talk about bullying and how the bully is acting a bully, and how the thugs, that's my favorite word here in this kind of context, how they act. If they want to punch you, they're going to threaten you, and little by little they will destroy you psychologically, and they will use threats to make you do what they want you to do. Now, remember, if you are two separate entities, you should not have that right. What happened? Yesterday I made a video on Bosnia-Herzegovina. And in that little video that I have right here, I was using an article where we have this guy, Dodic, who is a Serb in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and he's a leader of Republika Srpska, and he would like to, break Bosnia and Herzegovina in, I don't know, whatever's over there, and it's going to be the Serbian area, going to declare independence like Kosovo, and go and be together with the Serbs. Nevertheless, the US threatened Bosnian Serbs with military invasion if Dodic declares Republika Srpska's independence. And the Americans were very consistent in this, and then like a thug, they just brandished, is that what it is? Brandishing their weapon. So look what the Americans did. I'm going to go chronologically, because time is very important. I will start with Reuters and look at the date. It's January 8, 2024, and the time is 8:39 a.m. So it's in the morning, 7 hours ago. And it says US fighter jets to fly. So in the future, at 8:39, they were not in the air yet, to fly over Bosnia in warning to secessionist Serbs. Now I have to point out to you, if you're unaware, Bosnia and Herzegovina is a country, United States of America is a different country. Like this is a family and a household, this is a different family in a household. Therefore, a family cannot get involved in the other family's affairs. Otherwise, it would be fair, if you're talking about fairness and equity, the other family could do the same thing with the guys that intervene. So, US fighter jets to fly over Bosnia in warning as a threat, intimidation. That's what's called. Why United States and not France? Let's say, why not Bangladesh? Why not Romania? If you want to say, hey, Bangladesh is not in Europe. Why not Albania? Why not, I don't know, Russia? Russia is in Europe. United States of America is not in Europe. What is the United States of America doing in Europe, in the Balkans? They protect us. They keep us safe. Now, that's the first article. And I want to go down and see what, down, not that kind of down, but it says 2 fighter jets, F-16s, will fly over Bosnia on Monday to underline U.S. support for its territorial integrity against secessionist activity by Serbs at odds with the country's 1990s Dayton Peace Accords, the U.S. Embassy in Sarajevo said. Well, okay. Well, isn't that, I think I can remember in the UN Charter, it says the right of nations of self-determination. Like, hey, guys in Kosovo, the Albanians in Kosovo, no? Or the guys in the Crimean Peninsula or Donbass area? No? Okay. So only when we do it, it's A-okay, because why? Because they're unfair. So they were supposed to. Now let's go to the next article, which brings us a few hours after 8:38 a.m. Associated Press. The date is the same, January 8, 2024, at 2:06 p.m. Correct? Correct. US fighter jets fly, present tense, over Bosnia in a sign of support to the country as Serbs call for secession. So you don't support for a country if you consider the Serbs part of the country. Because if you consider the Serbs part of the country, you don't support the country. Some in that country, which seem to be at odds with some others in the same country. So in a family, the issues are solved between the parties of the family. You get out. So that tells you why and what's going on in the Balkans. You can come with, well, they keep the peace. Well, I want a divorce. And they tell you, you can't have it. We're going to queue up. if you want the divorce. Basically, this is a thuggish attitude. Remember, United States of America is across the Atlantic, thousands of miles away from Europe, from the Balkans. You tell me. So let's see what these guys are saying here. I mean, obviously, it's very clear. It's all clear. It's intimidation and threats. The 2 US fighter jets flew over Bosnia on Monday in demonstration of support. No, intimidation, threats. That's what it is. Threats with, we're gonna kill you. Basically, that's why over there. What, do you think that the F-16s are flying just to show their faces, their old faces? No, they say, if you dare to do that, we're gonna bomb you. That means we're gonna kill you. It's not gonna be like, oh, we just, basically that's what war is. War is to, right, eliminate the enemy. I mean, to try to convince the enemy to lose or to do what you want them to do. And if they don't want to, you're going to make them with, by all means necessary, right? For the Balkan country, integrity in the face. But isn't that the people inside the country who should determine that, not you? Isn't that up to them? And if not, why not? How come the guys in Kosovo could, in Serbia could, but here they can't? Are you talking about the majority? The Serbs are majority population in the areas I indicated. Yes, I showed the maps in the article, in the video I showed you a minute ago. Everything is wrong, my friend. Everything is wrong. It shows who wants to have the hegemony and the interest all over this planet. And I say, well, Russia has imperialistic trends or ideas. No, these guys, look what they do and what they have been doing. The US Air Force F-16s fighting Falcons flew as part of joint air-to-ground training involving American and Bosnian forces, not Serbian forces. I thought it's Bosnia and Herzegovina. No, isn't that how it's called? Bosnia-Herzegovina? It's not Bosnia, is it? How come Bosnian forces all of a sudden? Where are the Serbian forces? That tells me that these guys look at the Serbs as second-class citizens. They're excluded. However you want to take it. The flyover took part in the regions of the eastern town of Tuzla and the northern Brachko, according to a statement from the U.S. Embassy in Sarajevo. And eastern and the north are the Serbs. I showed you the map yesterday. So over there, little things. The bilateral training. Not bilateral training. Right here. The United States has underscored that the Bosnia-Herzegovina constitution provides no right of secession. What about the right of determination? Did the whatever was then the Yugoslavian, because it was Montenegro, I think, together with Serbia at that time, did the constitution allow the Albanians to secede? I don't remember that. Oh, they were killing those guys. Do you think that if right now, the Serbs are trying to kill the Albanians? Okay. Do you think that if the Serbs tomorrow will do exactly the same thing as the Albanians did, we want our independence, you guys don't want to give it to us, we're going to rise up and we're going to determine we want away, we want to get away. Do you think the guy's going to say, well, it's not in the Constitution, but, we're going to let them, we're going to go, Do you think so? I don't even have to go like that. I mean, I don't even I feel like. And what happened? We're going to go 3 hours. 3 hours ago. Here is it. Here it is from Reuters. Bosnian Serb leader tempers secession talk as U.S. exerts pressure. No, threats. No, exerts pressure. If you want to use the right terms, put yourself in the position of this guy, good or bad. And someone flies with his airplanes around your head. Is that pressure? Is that how you would call it? Let's say you have children. Is that pressure? Or is it a military threat with... Huh? Let's see how this guy tempered. The nationalist leader. Oh, we already put it like that. National leaders, they must be bad. Or patriot leader. How about we make it even worse? The patriot nationalist Serb leader, and far-right leader, let's put it this way, of Bosnia's post-war Serb region said on Monday he had no plans to seek secession, appearing to step back from earlier calls for a breakaway republic, just as the United States stepped up pressure, threats, military threats to kill him. And in this video that I made right here, I explained how the Americans will deal with him. Those F-16s are not going to attack the Serbs, are going to attack Dodic personally. It's easier. I said it in that video. Go and watch that video. I'm not going to go over this again. This is garbage. You want to see how these people who like to defend democracy, the will of the people, of the majority, how they like self-determination. These guys, when it works against them, no, we change the rules. And if you don't like it, we're going to smack you hard. Now, I'm sorry, I can't support that. I'm not that kind. If you have values, if you have principles, they are across the board, regardless, are not selective, preferential. And that means no values, like rights. You have the right, but you don't have the right. Do I have the right? Yes, sometimes you have. You can't enter with that. You can't walk with that over there. Do I have a right? Oh, we don't have a right. With limitations. With limitations. What does it say in the Constitution? Should not be infringed. You know what infringed is? Limited. So it's like this. The first thing you did to regulate it, it's already infringement. I have less freedom and liberty. What the? And these guys are still putting up with that. Oh, no. You know what? I can't have a magazine more than, 9 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever. I'm just saying. I can't have an automatic weapons. I mean, those guys over there did not have it. They didn't have television as well. They didn't have internet as well, the mass media. So that means the First Amendment, the freedom of the press, should be just tossed. They have muskets. That's what. And for hunting. The militia was not meant for hunting, garbage. Rights, my ass. If you have the rights, and besides, the rights were not given by the government, by the Creator. Don't we like the Creator now? We all like the Creator when we need, right? So, were given to us by its innate, inalienable rights given by the Creator. And the government, you can't take what you didn't give unless you're unfair. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What is he going to do? Looking for a reaction. You're just pushing, making it again and again and again. We don't know what kind of threats were behind the channels. Hey, Dudic, we know where your children go to school. Hey, Dudic, your child gets out of school at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays. Or your child plays soccer over there in that club. And his partner, his friend Gigi or whatever. These kind of things, they don't have to tell you we're going to hook you up. No, we're going to tell you, we know when your son finishes practice, and we know, hey, he's going to be at that time on that location. Bye-bye, see you. This is Al Capone style. That's why for me, these guys on top of us behave like Al Capone. The same thuggish behavior. For the good of some people, because it's in our interest. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.